Hello, you're all very welcome to Matt and Michael's Lockdown, this week's edition. My name is Michael Farry and I'll read a couple of poems and Matt Gilsenan will sing and possibly introduce some other songs. My first poem was written a while ago in the early stages of the present pandemic, when things looked very, very bad. And it was written partly because I was shut here in the house and in the garden, and I spent a lot of time in the garden. And also because at that time in the United States in particular, lists were being prepared for the use of ventilators, prioritizing patients. And I watched some of that on the news. So this poem is a reaction to that, even though it's about dandelions. Dandelions. I've lost the heart for digging out the gaudy ne'er-do-wells in my neat assemblage of prissy perennials. I've jettisoned the ranking list, the top to bottom categories by which I decided life or death, which could stay, be cosseted, and which, unloved, should be removed, binned at once. This spring is not the time.
Oh, thank you, Michael, and hello, everybody. Great to be back with you again. This afternoon, let me reintroduce you to my Swiss resident son, David Gilsenan, who's going to sing a song called Bring Back the Bulcha. Now, I know that Bring Back the Bulcha wouldn't mean much to most people, and I'm very conscious that my programs on this station are being watched and viewed by people friends from California, Arizona, North Carolina, Poland, Austria, Switzerland, Australia and New Zealand. So in order to try to put some flesh on the bones of the title, so to speak, let me try to explain what Bring Back the Bulcha is all about. Years ago, when I was a kid growing up in Ireland, we had the Gaelic language and we had the Irish language, and we had to learn each of them, and each had its own alphabet. Now, the Gaelic language had about 18-letter alphabet, I think, but one of the features of it was that it had little dots over some letters and little strokes over other letters, and the dots were called Bulcha and the lines were called Fada. So now, in their wisdom, some years ago, the authorities decided to do away with the old Gaelic script and anglicise it, really. And the Bulcha was replaced by the insertion of an English letter, say H, after the B. The B would be followed by a H if it was a Bulcha. Anyway, that was a terrible thing to do, in my humble estimation, and it was like interfering with our own indigenous DNA. But anyway, I think David and I probably had a chat about this when he was home at one stage, and this resulted in the composition of the song Bring Back the Bulcha. And it's a fun song, really, and he recorded it on his trip to Ireland about 5 years ago. And I hope you enjoy it, and enjoy it even more now that you know what it's all about.
Byron's Isle when poets were renowned for writing lots and lots of poetry and stuff that sounded grand. They hammered out the words with patience on the paper that was scarce and went easy on the ink as well to avoid a big disgrace. With a chieftain of the clan with him you wouldn't want to fight, he being environmentally conscious of the like. The amount of paper they would use that put him on a spot, he decreed they'd have to leave the H and replace it with the dot. Long live the Pusher! La 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 la. Long live the Pusher! La 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 la. So the poets did what they were told and started making dots. Over all the many consonants there appeared now many spots. The abundance of the letter H went into steep recline, and the amount of ink that they would use now started to decline. The idea caught on and soon it landed in Bunratty, and the bullshit they were using even up in Gladamati. For the vocative case and for the dish again at that, the bullshit would be used as well in the woods of Glendalough. Long live the bullshit! La 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 la. Long live the bullshit! La 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 la. Everything was going grand through centuries of history. The poets and the bards were using dots galore for one to see. In the Proclamation of Independence of 1916, the bullshit made it through the GPO and from the fire was redeemed. No doubt it made its last appearance in a manuscript after hours of many contemplation of whiskies that were sipped. The bullshit made it through the place, and then they wouldn't set it said. They said they had to write and letter off, and instead use a H. Long live the butcher! La 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 la. Long live the butcher! La la la. Let's hear you now. Come it, it's long live the butcher! La 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 la. Long live the butcher! La la la.
Thank you, Matt, and David, and Skelta. Now we're going to go to Perth, Western Australia. Well, it's a poem I wrote when I visited Perth a couple of years ago to visit my daughter. I'm from the west of Ireland, and of course we west of Ireland people pride ourselves on being able to tell the weather. We don't need television forecasts. We just look at the sky, look at how close the mountains seem to be, look at the way the clouds are moving, and we foretell the weather. Or we like to think we could. And in Perth, I tried to do the same, but failed. So it's partly about that. It's also partly, of course, about growing old and not being as wise as you once were. So enjoy this poem. Perth weather. Among the shorts and sandals he stood out, unconvinced, secure raincoat on his arm. Facing what he thought was west, he noted cloud formations, wind direction, and forecast soft showers, cool breezes. Got it all wrong, sweltered in outrageous gear. He tried to learn this climate, trust down under weather, boasted of becoming an expert once again in foreign shades. But when the Indian Ocean storm sneaked in and drenched him on Cappuccino Strip, Fremantle, he jettisoned his learning, his useless, hard-won wisdom, accepted what the wind blew in.
Thank you, Michael, and good afternoon again, everybody. This evening, I would like you to help me celebrate the memory of my late friend, and my late and great friend, Michael Megan, who passed away on the 3rd of January 2011. Yesterday, Gorabanam. Michael and I sang in nursing homes throughout the length and breadth of Meath and some other places for many years. And in 1985, when we were on one of our touring sprees in America, we popped into a recording studio in Arizona and recorded a couple of songs. And this one features Michael singing a song called Inch by Inch, called the Garden Song. And I know that Michael, there he is. That's my late pal Michael Megan. Michael would like nothing better than to hear everybody joining in the chorus. So, Araiglat Mihal. Thank you.
Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Pulling weeds, picking stones, man is made of dreams and bones. Feel the need to grow my own, 'cause the time is close at hand. Rainfall, rain, sun and rain, find my way in nature's chain. Tune my body and my brain to the music from this land. All together now, inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Plant your rows straight and long, temper them with prayer and song. Old Mother Earth will make you strong if you give her love and care. Old Crow watching hungrily from his perch in yonder tree. In my garden I'm as free as that feathered thief. Up there, up together now, inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warn them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Till the rain comes tumbling down.
Thank you, Matt, for that. Such a lovely memory of Michael. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed our poetry and our songs this week. We've ranged widely across the globe, to the United States, to Australia, and even to Switzerland. So now we're going to stay back at home and finish with Matt singing Ireland, Mother Ireland. We'll see you again next week.
O land of love and beauty, to you our hearts are wed. To you in lowly duty we ever bow the head. O perfect loving mother, your exiled children all, across the sundering seas to you in fond devotion call. If you sigh, we hear you. If you weep, we weep. In your hour of gladness, how our pulses leap. Ireland, Mother Ireland, let what may befall, ever shall we hold you, dearest, best of all. Dear Isle across the ocean, dear loving land of ours, may your days be sunny and your way a way of flowers. Wide though we be scattered o'er alien vale and hill, all the love you gave to us we keep and cherish still. If you sigh, we hear you. If you weep, we weep. In your hour of gladness, how our pulses leap. Ireland, Mother Ireland, let what may befall, ever shall we hold you, ever shall we hold you, dearest, dearest, best of all. You know, well, I don't know whether it was inspired by COVID. I just felt it coming on. Thank you.